What is up, everybody? It's Verse TV today, and we're going to talk about this interview that Phil Spencer had with Bloomberg about the state of Microsoft and how people have become to twist this interview of what Phil Spencer said to say that exclusives no longer matter, which he never said in the first place, but a lot of places are running with this narrative. Like Kotaku, who says Xbox boss says exclusives aren't the future, while company buys up exclusives. Now he didn't say that whatsoever. His answer was like really vague when she asked him about crossplay because the topic was that she was on was like crossplay, and then he gave an answer being pretty much. So this was the answer he gave when she asked about crossplay. He said maybe you happen in your household to buy an Xbox and I buy a PlayStation, and our kids want to play together, and they can't because we bought the wrong piece of plastic to plug into our television. Spencer said because that happens. Kids want to play with their friends at school, and they can't play because hey, he got a PlayStation, another guy got an Xbox, so that happens. Then he says, we really love to be able to bring in more players and to reducing friction, making people feel safe, secure when they're playing, allowing them to find their friends, play with their friends, regardless of what device. I think in the long run, that is what's good for the industry. So this sounds like the typical crossplay like scenario right here. This doesn't really sound like he's talking about exclusive at all. It's like, hey, if you bought Call of Duty on Xbox or PlayStation, you could do crossplay. That's what that sounds like to me. So I don't know what they're talking about with this. Like his answer he gave was super vague. Then they're saying like exclusives are gonna be a thing of the past. Exclusives are gonna be less and less. He did say that how the industry was built on that premise about this business model, but I mean, that doesn't really say the exclusives are gonna be going less and less. That might be the same narrative they've been doing right now, where the certain Xbox exclusive games go on PC and Xbox consoles. So I'm not really seeing like, hey, I'm not getting a notion from this interview, from the interview that he gave, the answer that he gave, that we're gonna see Halo on PlayStation now, or we're gonna see Gears of War on PlayStation, or Forza on PlayStation. I didn't get that vibe from what he said. It's just funny how these people are twisting what this dude is saying. That exclusives are no longer a thing now. He says this. I kind of get what he's saying. That it's kind of it's like what the gaming industry was built on exclusives, but I don't really see. I didn't hear this from this guy saying it was just going away. Now the actual clip is from this interview here at the 9-minute mark. You can listen to it for yourself, but it's pretty vague. The answer he gave was pretty vague, to be honest. So I didn't get what these guys are saying right here. But yeah, I don't see like people are really butthurt that they're acquiring Activision Blizzard. Like people for saying for the longest that Microsoft has no games, they have no first party titles. Call of Duty is at least going to stay multi-platform. I'm hearing, but if those other titles that's being acquired, those Activision Blizzard did becomes exclusive, then why is it a big issue? Why is it a problem right there? But you know, this guy says your journalism became a joke. PR talk, Phil Spencer. All these flavors, and you choose to be salty. It kind of seems like a lot of people are salty about this. It seems like it, to be honest. But Xbox games aren't exclusive. They're on both Xbox and PC. Yeah, I don't see. At least if you want to play Xbox first party titles, you got to buy either Xbox or you got the option to buy a PC. So if you got a PC, you can at least play these games. I don't know what the big deal is. Compared to like Nintendo, who never puts their games on multiple platforms. Sony, who has time exclusives for years before putting them on PC. Yeah. Exclusives aren't going away. Yeah, from this answer he gave it, I didn't get the feeling that he says exclusive. He's trying to be rid of exclusive. So, let's see. Kotaku is just still salty from what Xbox did to them. Xbox first-party games are available on Xbox, PC, and cloud. You know that if this site had any credibility in journalism whatsoever. Yeah, because he doesn't consider Microsoft Xbox and Microsoft Windows PC being exclusive. He is all for cross-platform as long as the platforms are Microsoft. He means device exclusives. Every Xbox console's game releases on PC. Phil is just the biggest hypocrite in the gaming industry. It would be beneficial for all of us if the Activision Blizzard deal fell through. Wow, these dudes are butthurt and salty cheese. Meanwhile, if it was Sony on the other hand doing this, buying this Activision Blizzard thing, these guys would be saying, make these games exclusive. Don't get these Xbox guys nothing. But you butthurt when the shoes on the other foot now, so okay. That's like how they're bragging about the Spider-Man game and the Wolverine game being exclusive. Like, really? LOL, they're really not that exclusive version. Anyone can play them. Available on PC, Xbox, Xbox Series, smartphones, tablets, Samsung, TVs. More brands to come. Yeah, they even get to the point where you can just stream these games on your smart TVs now. So, yeah, like out of anybody's first-party games, Xbox, their games are the most accessible to anybody. Out of any of the big three, like their exclusives are the most accessible. You can play their games from all these different devices that was just listed right here. Still sorry about this one, huh? I do remember this. That's what they roasted Kotaku. Yeah, Kotaku was a laughing stock for that day. I remember this right here. They're not buying exclusives. They're buying whole publishers to avoid Sony blocking rights and marketing deals. Get it straight, Kotaku. Yes, a title to satisfy every Sony fanboy. Well done, Kotaku. You just fired up console wars again. Next time you guys should try something neutral. He is wrong. Exclusives will always be there no matter whatsoever. This site has the worst clickbait, console war bait articles on Twitter. Kotaku with the L again. I knew these guys were going to do a title like this. Yeah, the fact that these are gaming journalists and they just blatantly just twist what he's saying, because if you listen to the actual video, like, you don't get this response. You say the exclusives are just going away. But these guys made this headline, this title like this. It's just so disingenuous. It's like, really? You're supposed to be a credible website. Like, this is Kotaku with some clowns, bro. Poor Kotaku, they can't even accidentally be a reliable source of news. They really can't. Like, it's just sad. Like, this is supposed to be your news source for gaming. But they're, like, manipulating the actual, what he said. So it's kind of wild. Kotaku is seriously the trash can of gaming journalism. Wow. He never said that, man. Kotaku, you guys really suck. He said exclusives being on one platform is dying. Console, PC, and mobile is the future. Sort of a shame Kotaku approved this article. By PlayStation fanboy definitions, they aren't exclusives at all since they're on PC too. Kotaku, please go bust. You're a dark mark on gaming journalism. Awful take as usual. You are just salty, Kotaku. Why didn't you say that about Sony? They are the biggest clowns on the multiverse, but yet you favor them. Kotaku at its finest. Kotaku kids, a few cards short of a deck. Kotaku's just getting roasted. Like, this is kind of part two of when the Xbox roasted them the first time. This might be a part two to that, because, like, really? It's like, how do you just twist what this dude said in this interview like that? It's kind of clownish, like this guy says with this emoji. He is a con man, a very bad one, because he gets exposed unless you've been paid off. What is this guy talking about? Then again, he has an Astrobot avatar, so I think that says enough where his biases lie. That is not what he said. Yeah, anyone who actually looked at the actual interview, you can see that's not what he said. I'm pretty sure Kotaku is planning a lot of people not looking at the actual interview, because this title they used is just wild. This headline they used. He said console exclusives aren't the future. Nice to see Kotaku still can't read. Kotaku hires kids who have an issue with comprehension. All Xbox games are available on PC, cloud, and console. What part of that is still confusing for y'all? Kotaku can't comprehend writing or do research, yet persist in writing articles of news that doesn't get the story straight. Yeah. Kotaku gaming journalism credibility is going. It's gonna decrease in. It's definitely like down. It's down the toilet. Their credibility is down the toilet right now, to be honest. It's like, jeez. How on earth are you paid real money to write S like this? You are truly trash journalists with no integrity. False. This is fake news. You're fake journalists. You're really crap. What type of S journalism is this? You're purposely taking his words and actions out of context and twisting them. It doesn't matter if they buy a company when it comes to the game being exclusive to a console because he doesn't seek to force that game's exclusivity rights. How Kotaku says it doesn't understand English and takes everything literally. At this point, you just made yourself look as thick as a PlayStation fanboy's facepalm. I remember why I stopped following now. It's the editor of this piece 12, or is the person on a work placement from kindergarten? Jeez. Man, this site is effing trash. Kotaku's just being Kotaku. Kotaku equals trash. Always hate on Xbox, bunch of pathetic losers. Jeez. Like, how much more could Kotaku be roasted? Like, they legit, like, Kotaku is probably like the Sony fanboys of the gaming industry at this point. Like, they just get a roast on a continual, consistent basis at this point. Like, jeez. Kotaku expresses particularly poor reading comprehension. No one is surprised here. Kotaku must change its BS writers. You can earn money in the right way, not in clickbaits or show others badly. Now I can't believe if some people actually believe they actually believe in what Kotaku wrote. Because then again, I'm not really shocked because people don't actually look at the articles or at least look at the actual video where you get the interview. Because I don't see how you can get what Kotaku got from this from actually looking at the interview. Like once again, you can go to this Bloomberg site right here, the YouTube page at the 9-minute mark. It talks about the crossplay situation. It's like he doesn't say the console exclusivity is gone. That's a done deal, but it kind of sounds. It's pretty much makes a vague statement that kind of sounds like what they're doing already. The Xbox games are on Xbox, PC, cloud, and your extreme whatever. So it kind of sounds like he's continuing with that notion. I'm not seeing anything different from what Phil Spencer's been saying before. So, Kotaku are still dummies. I see. Kotaku is being dumb as usual. So yeah, Kotaku is just being roasted. Like I said before, it's just like, could we really take Kotaku as being a credible gaming source at this point? If you're getting your gaming news from Kotaku, then you're probably very misinformed at this point. But I am going to conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like for this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.